Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman has been leading the charge against these mandates from the get-go. He joins me now. Bruce, thanks for coming in. It looked like you had a win, but now we just got word, just within the past 5 minutes, that an appellate decision has granted the application to Department of Health of New York and the governor's office, confirming the lower court's decision, staying pending further proceedings. So it's still in the works. This still has a ways to go, right?
Yeah, basically the appellate court, one judge made a determination after about a 30-minute hearing this afternoon that the decision of Judge Rademacher in the Supreme Court, the trial court, would be stayed. So it's not an overturning of Judge Rademacher's decision. Basically, it's saying, let's keep things the way they were before yesterday until we get a full panel of appellate judges to hear the arguments and to read the papers. I still maintain that the governor and the commissioner of health's actions with respect to the mandate are violative of New York state law and that they are unconstitutional. So we still maintain that position, and we feel that we're on firm ground, and we're hoping that the appellate court, when they sit together as a full panel, when they hear all of the evidence and they apply the law, they will determine that the governor's actions were in fact unconstitutional.
And Bruce, haven't certain counties already sort of turned a blind eye to those schools that want to get rid of the mandates?
Yeah, I mean, it's not being enforced in a uniform way. So why have it? I hear from so many parents, I've heard from thousands of parents that are saying it should be our choice as to whether or not our kids have to wear a mask in school. You can wear a mask, you can go to Costco, you can go to a movie theater, you can go to a hockey game. You don't have to wear a mask. Why are we doing that to our kids? There's collateral damage. Some of these kids have anxiety over the mask, some have emotional issues with respect to the mask, and some kids have unique issues, whether it's the fact that they may be on the spectrum with autism or whether they have sensory issues. And the governor's mandate doesn't take into account each individual circumstance. So we believe that her mandate is unconstitutional, that it's overbroad, and that it's arbitrary and capricious.
Bruce, what about the vaccine mandate? I mean, the argument can be made that that's causing even more harm when you look at the staff shortages at the hospitals. 30,000 healthcare workers losing their jobs because of the vaccine mandate, causing shortages that are hurting the ability to help people who need hospitals, not just for COVID, but for other things. Are you taking that on as well?
Well, in Nassau County, I signed an executive order that our police, firefighters, EMTs, and our county workers, all of our workers, sheriffs, correctional officers, they do not have to get vaccinated. I think it's absolutely outrageous that these people, we asked them to work at the height of the pandemic when people were really seriously ill and people were dying, and those people heroically went to work when there was no vaccination.
Absolutely.
And now that there is a vaccination, those same people are being told that they will be fired if they don't get vaccinated. It's a lack of common sense, and quite frankly, I think it's outrageous.
And we just had a study from California. 70,000 patients were involved in this study. The CDC actually put the study out there saying that, in fact, natural immunity, which is why a lot of these workers are not taking the vaccine, natural immunity was better in preventing illness during Delta wave, when a lot of these people were fired. Natural immunity that many of them had was actually a better guarantee against getting the sickness than the vaccine itself. I mean, that's really rubbing salt into the wound.
Well, I have to tell you, I think the confusing thing for most people that watch shows like yours is that the information coming out of Washington conflicts day by day. People just want a clear understanding of what they should do and what they shouldn't do. And I think basically with the Omicron variant, people are not dying. They're not being hospitalized in any great numbers. So let's get back to normal. Don't we want our kids to go to school without masks? Don't we want them to go to the Christmas pageant, go to basketball games, go to the prom?
Right.
I mean, let's get back to normal. It's time to stop hiding under the bed. Be bold. And again, if there was a serious health crisis right now, I might have a different opinion. But we are not in a crisis in Nassau County. We have plenty of hospital beds. Our ICU units are not full, and we have therapies now that are very, very effective. So if we're not in crisis, and this is nothing more than a bad cold, what one scientist told me yesterday, why are we doing all these things?
Yeah,
It doesn't make
good
sense.
Question. Good question. Bruce Blakeman, good to see you, Bruce. Thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it. Good luck to you.